welcome back. This is Jordan, Jules, and Just Reddit. I'm Jordan. That's Jules.
I'm Jules.
Yes. And we are here to tell you some we are here to discuss some whole stories and decide if people are, in fact,
buttholes.
Yeah, or the
PG. Jules, how have you been doing this week? I feel like it's been a forever since our last episode.
Oh, it has, Jordan, it has. I am fantastic, actually. Just working hard, playing hard, and I was going to say something when I was like...
You betting hard?
You know it! How are you doing, Jordan?
Woo, my back hurts. I'm going to be honest. Keep it 100 with y'all.
What are you eating there?
Jules slapped this in front of me and said, "Here, eat this, Jordan." So I'm currently eating it. We have a special guest. Here you can see.
We picked off this bum off the side of the road. Felt bad. We fed her, gave her a bath. She still fucking stinks.
So if you hear any side comments, it's her back there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right, Jordan, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll lead off. Am I the butthole if I take the flight without my husband? I've written a post before about how my husband does work at the church, and I feel like he prioritizes it at an inappropriate degree. Today, we are supposed to take a flight. Today, we are supposed to take a flight today to visit my family. He just began packing today despite me telling him to pack earlier. It's an 8-day trip, and I'm finishing packing up and the baby stuff in mine. I couldn't pick up the baby stuff earlier because he's extremely spitty. And if I washed everything, he would have just spit up all over it again, and we would have been at square one. So I just did a big load of his stuff. I'm gonna be honest, I thought she was talking about the husband being spitty, not the baby.
That big load.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Anywho, the flight leaves at 7:30. It's 2 p.m. He just left to shovel the church. It takes him an hour to travel there and an hour to travel back, and he's still not completely packed.
Oh, they're not making that flight.
Mm-hmm. I've been looking forward to this trip for months, and it feels like he's purposely planning everything poorly so we don't have to go. To make it clear, I don't care that he's helping at the church. My first issue is that he is literally leaving everything to last minute. My second issue is that he's putting the entire burden of the baby care to me again. I had the baby most of the day yesterday, last night, and majority of the day today. Am I the butthole if I leave for the airport without him if he takes too long to come back?
Absolutely not. First of all, I want to know if this guy has beef with her family. Like, why doesn't he want to go?
I want to know what he's doing at the church to make him so enthralled with it. Because they said to an inappropriate degree. Something inappropriate might be happening over there.
Did she say anything else?
About the church?
Yeah. About him spending time at the church. Like what he does. Or just... Not
really. The only other thing that she mentions is that he went to, shovel. So I guess there is snow or something.
Because from what I got from it, I got that, he just didn't want to go. And he was unless he's, a major procrastinator. But even then, no, you're not the asshole. You told him this trip was planned. The way that he's acting is foolish. Mm-hmm. So, absolutely not. All right, top comment. Not the butthole. I hope you tell him there's a big conflict in his prioritizing church service without treating his own wife accordingly. According to Ephesians 5:25 through 28. I'm assuming that's a Bible verse. Yeah. And since we're a forward-thinking podcast, I already have it pulled up on my Google Chrome. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, to make her holy, cleansing by the washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church, without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. In the same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. Amen. That's on Ja.
So you're saying Not the butthole.
Not the butthole.
I'd give the husband a 3 out of 5 butthole score because it's annoying that he's doing this and it's now starting to cause a nuisance. If the action had already happened, the score would have gone up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So because it hasn't happened yet, it's just a 3.
Well, what do you mean it hasn't happened yet? Didn't she already take the flight without him?
No, she's asking if she takes the flight.
I wonder if she did. Did she update? She should have.
I don't know. This is only 5 hours ago, so
Damn.
yeah.
Wait.
Technically,
well, if it's Eastern time, then that flight was an hour ago. Save that.
Well, no, the flight is at 7:30, so they would have taken off 36 minutes ago.
Boarding.
So we'll just save this in the background, see if there's an update by the end of the timing. But all right, anywho, Jules, please indulge us.
Am I the asshole for silently getting up and walking out of a restaurant during New Year's Eve dinner after I was told to pay for everyone at the table? In parentheses, my in-laws. I, female 32, recently inherited a good amount of money from my mom. I keep the money in a separate account as I still haven't decided what to do with it and didn't want it to go to waste. I noticed my husband constantly bringing up my inheritance money and making countless suggestions as to how I should spend it. Another thing is that he expects me to pay for nearly everything these past couple weeks. For New Year's Eve, my husband and I met up with his family at a restaurant to celebrate. It was going fine until I found out that I was expected to pay for everyone at the table. My husband's mom joked about paying for dinner out of my inheritance pocket, which made me livid, but I showed no reaction. Just silently paid for my own food/drinks, then got up and made my way out of the restaurant. They were shouting after me like a crowd, and my husband tried to get me to come back, but I drove home. He got back at 3 a.m. yelling at me, saying I was pathetic to get up and walk out on his family after they had relied on me to pay for their food and thought I was going to be gracious enough to do it, but they were wrong. He said I humiliated him and family, and that what I did was an attempt to get back at them for not being able to help mom when she was sick. Not true is all I'm gonna say. He is mad and is saying that I caused a huge rift between his family and me, and when it wouldn't have hurt me to pay for everyone's celebratory dinner. Am I the asshole?
Nope.
Absolutely
No, you are not. That is your inheritance money. You decide how to spend it. You don't need your husband going out being like, you're paying for this.
That's crazy that the family would expect that too.
The extended family, yeah.
Like how? Oh my god.
I would give the husband a 4 out of 5 because finances is no joke.
Wow. I wonder what's gonna cause you've yet to give like a full asshole rating. I'm pretty sure. You're saving that for the big bucks.
It has to be something like absolutely devastating, like something completely game changing, something that I never thought would have like happened.
Well, I'm pretty sure we'll come across that.
Yes.
The top comment is, so let me get this straight. Your mom died after an illness, and the thing your in-laws take from this is great. Now she can pay for everything. Yeah, not the asshole.
Yep, I agree. I agree fully.
And the consensus is not the asshole, obviously.
All right, on to story number 3. Am I the butthole for offering no sympathy to my husband when his dad crossed the boundary?
Nice.
Excuse me. I'm currently pregnant with my second child. I found out 3 days before Christmas and told my husband the following day. He was pleased as punch himself. He was pleased as punch myself, excited but more than a little nervous. Big mixed bags of feelings, and for this reason, I asked my husband if we could keep this news between us for a while and let me process/adjust to the new reality before sharing with our family/friends. His response, I'm so excited. Can I just tell work friend? I repeated that I would prefer to keep it between us now, at least to get through the holidays without the focus on us. Fewer than 10 minutes later, he says, work friend is super happy for us, and I told another friend, she said congratulations. I let him know that I was disappointed and thought his behavior was super disrespectful and crappy, but whatever. It's out of my hands now. He's assured me that he wasn't going to tell anyone else. Fast forward through the weeks following Christmas, during which he pestered and pressured me to tell his family members before I was ready. Again, we had his parents casually over for coffee one night, and he let it, in quotes, let it slip without my consent because he's just so excited. Repeat this process with a few other friends and family members. For whatever reason, he hasn't yet let it slip to his parental grandparents. Because of this, his dad has been pressuring him to call them. Today, his dad gave him the ultimatum. He would say something before the end of the day if my husband did it. Husband comes home, super disagreeable mood, and proceeds to vent to me about his dad's total lack of consideration and how angry he is with the ultimatum. I calmly listen to him and agree. It's not a nice thing to do. It's not his dad's news to share. It is inconsiderate. See what she's getting at there? Mm-hmm. But this may be where I'm the butthole. Quote, I love you. But does this maybe give you some context for how it felt when you did the same thing to me? Question mark. End quote. He then gets even angrier and tells me it's not the same situation at all. Criticizes me for making it about myself. Says I have a victim mindset. He just needs support from me and not whatever this is. In quotes. I then also blew up at him, defending myself, and we've hardly spoken for the rest of the night. I can't wrap my head around him wanting sympathy from me after repeatedly hurting me with almost the same behavior. But is it not the same situation? Is he right? Should I have put my own resentment aside to help him feel better? Did I selfishly make it about me? Maybe we would have a connection without me pointing it out, and maybe he would have been more receptive if I gave him a hug and let him calm down for a while. I don't think so. ... I'm still livid. But please, tell me what you think, outside observer.
Wait, so who told his parents?
He told his parents. And he doesn't want his parents to spread the news, even though he was told not to spread the news.
Not the asshole at all. Yeah, you're doing your wife clearly set boundaries and told you she didn't want to spread this news. You knowingly did it anyway. So what? Mm-hmm. What?
Top comment. Not the butthole. Your husband is a hypocrite. He did the exact same thing to you, and now he's shocked when his dad does it to him. He needs to learn to respect your boundaries, just like you had to learn to respect his. You're not being selfish. You're allowed to be upset. I'm giving the husband 3 out of 5.
See, I'm gonna go 2.
2 out of 5?
Yeah. I mean, he's a asshole and a hypocrite, but it's not like a dire situation, in my opinion.
I would have given him a 2 if he had realized that he was being hypocritical. I'm giving him a 3 because he doesn't realize it and is still blaming his wife.
Lack of self-awareness.
Yep.
From 1 year ago, I might for calling my wife fat.
Yes.
It just says advice needed. Okay. Am I the asshole for calling my wife fat? Let's go. I, 34 male, work in a physically demanding field. Myself and my coworkers are all fit people without a lot of body type variety. My wife, 32 female, is fat. Ooh, no sugarcoating at all. The thing is, she's always been fat. The whole time I've known her. We've dated when she was fat. We got married when she was fat. She knows she's fat. She's fat.
What?
She's fat.
Oh my god. Get it together. Read it.
She's fat. You're laughing, making me laugh. She's fat and she's beautiful. I'm happy if she loses weight. I'm happy if she stays where she is. I think she's the most beautiful woman in the world as she is. One of my coworkers, Julia, 28 female, started complaining that she's too far to be loved. Wait, what? I think it says too far.
Too fat to be loved?
To be loved.
Oh my god.
And fat people don't get to be loved. Julia.
Damn!
This has to be fucking a troll. Julia isn't fat. There's a lot of take a shot every time somebody says fat.
Yeah.
Julia isn't fat. She's maybe 120 pounds. She works out 5 times a week and barely ever eats. Promoting the most healthy. Anyway, I told her that wasn't true and that my wife was fat. She got really red in the face and started telling me I wasn't allowed to call my wife fat, that I was insulting her, and that my wife was beautiful and curvy. Carol doesn't like being called curvy. She thinks it's a label used to avoid calling people fat, because it's a dirty word to most people. I told Julia as much. Wait, I'm getting confused on who the is who.
Yeah.
Julia's the coworker.
And Carol is the wife. Was Carol the name? Yeah.
Yes,
Carol doesn't
yes.
like. Okay.
Julia started threatening to tell my wife I called her fat. She pulled up her Instagram and told me she was messaging Carol that I was being mean. I thought he said I fucking punched her. I beat my wife. I beat her to the punch and called my wife. Put her on speaker and asked if she was curvy or fat. Carol laughed and said, I hate that curvy shit. Fat and beautiful, baby. I thanked her, told her I loved her, and hung up. As soon as I hit end, Julia went mental. She started screaming that I was abusing my wife. When I asked how, she said I was clearly brainwashing her into accepting the term fat to try to keep her complacent and getting away from me. That no woman in her right mind could be okay with her husband calling her fat. I showed her a picture of my wife in a shirt that had BBW on it. She found it herself, by the way. She stormed off and hasn't spoken to me since. Really showed Carol.
Yeah.
Or no, Julia.
Really showed Julia.
Now I just walked in today to an email from HR requesting a meeting with me. I don't think it's a big deal. I have my wife's blog for fat positivity, the shirt, and can easily call her for proof. But now things are frigid at work, and Julia constantly gives me dirty looks when we're in the same room. She ignores me otherwise. So I'm just over here scratching my head. Am I the asshole for calling my wife fat? And we have an update too.
Oh God! All right, read the update.
No, you gotta give me your consensus first.
No, you gotta tell us
Okay.
the update first, and then I'll give the consensus.
Edit/update. So I met with my HR at 4 today. Apparently, multiple coworkers had overheard the conversation stopped by HR through the day to give their side/weigh-in, which is weird, because why are they giving it? Okay. I wasn't in trouble, they just wanted my side of things. It checked out with what everyone else has said too. I still don't know which of my crew stopped by, but I owe them my life. I offered to show my wife's blog, and our rep, who's a really nice girl, told me that that if it didn't affect my work, it was irrelevant. The story had been corroborated enough by others. HR reiterated a lot of what y'all said. Even though Julia initiated the conversation, I shouldn't have jumped in. It was a lot less of a scolding and more of a request to keep my nose out of other people's business, which it is his business, but I'm sad because I thought Julia and I were friends. We talked about our mental health struggles, the hardships of our field we're in, and heavy things like that. Won't be having those conversations any further. Julia and I will no longer be paired in teams for patient care. I was told my part in the investigation was done and they thanked me for my time, so I think I'm okay. Before I left, I told HR that if weight loss / body image wasn't supposed to be a topic of conversation, they should consider enforcing that on a company level. We have a weight loss challenge. I suggest making it a fitness challenge instead. She said that they'd take it into consideration. So that's it. I wrapped up my treatments. Everything will hopefully shake out. Haven't spoken to Julia, hoping to avoid her for the near future. Thank you all for the sanity check. Now to quote Clue, I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
Yeah, not the butthole.
No.
Nope. The title is very misleading.
It really was.
But with the context and the fact that the wife is fat positive, then no. Coworkers, the butthole.
100%.
I give the coworker a 3 out of 5. because taking it to like HR and stuff, that's messed up.
I give her a 4 out of 5. That's a lot. Like, this must be so bored with her life.
It would have been 4 out of 5 if like he lost his job from it.
Oh yeah, that would have been 5 out of 5.
No, 5 out of 5 was lost a job, wife divorced. If it did upset the wife.
You're right.
But coworker, 3 out of 5. The dude, 0 out of 5.
100%.
But they managed to meet and have aggressive hugging. Is your nose bleeding?
Is it? Yeah, it is. Huh. Be right back.
Pause the podcast. Medical emergency! Anywho, this is the final story for our episode tonight. Am I the butthole for telling my husband's affairs partner about the affair? New to Reddit, I, 28 female, dated for 1.5 years, and now married for 1 year with my husband, soon to be ex, 30 male. We both met in med school and almost done with our residency. In June, I had caught him cheating on me when I saw his text messages. We lived together, but they managed to somehow meet and have a sideways shuffle, if you will.
Did I actually say that?
No, but...
Oh, okay.
Anyhow, once when I went home and second when I had a conference, both times I was busy bringing his favorite thing back home. There was no difference in attitude to me. He was always loving and caring, and we used to cuddle to sleep, except there was no sideways jiggling.
Jiggling is crazy.
Aggressive hugging. It was 0. Which led me to go through his phone and messages. I was heartbroken and thought of giving him a chance. But she was also married, and I was always wanted to find her husband and tell him the truth because 1, it's not fair to him. Oh my God. 2, I wanted her to go through the same crap that I went through in the last 7 months since I found out. And we still have not become intimate. No aggressive hugging for a year. I have thrown away my self-respect and I've begged him to please have aggressive hugging with me. He has said he has anxiety. Understandable. Busy duty hours, exams closing in, to which I initially agreed. But he hasn't even tried. And even when he tried, he can't do it. It's like he can't get a remote in his pocket.
You're so fucking dumb.
And between these 7 months, I have found that he has been texting his old girlfriend. He lied to me about not having any contact with them when he was conveniently deleting the messages. So yesterday, after months of pursuit, I managed to get my hands on the contact of the affair partner's husband. And I texted him and told him the truth. Even after I found out she was pregnant. Tallies to the time he met her. My husband is not talking to me and wants a divorce because he thinks I'm toxic and venomous for having told on her after so long. Am I the butthole?
Plot twist. She should have slept with
The husband?
and posted it on Petty Revenge.
Oh my God.
No, but in all seriousness, how long, like, did this just happen, or, like, was this in the past? And
This was posted 8 hours ago.
But, like, the time between the affair and
So the
telling-
affair has gone on for supposedly the last year.
So
So
it's-
that's how long they haven't aggressively hugged. But she found out 7 months ago that it's definitely something going on.
Me personally, I'm going to say no.
Everyone sucks.
It could be, but at the same time, honestly, I feel like if someone knew, but the way that she's going about it, it sounds like she is doing it to be petty.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that the partner does deserve to know.
Yep. So I'm gonna say 4 out of 5 for the husband for cheating and not coming out when found out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna give the wife a 2 out of 5 because of how she handled the situation and the fact that it seems like she's being not even petty by telling the other husband, but petty for just not ending it sooner with her own husband.
Right.
So that's how I'm going about it. Husband gets 4, wife gets 2.
What's the top comment?
Top comment. If nothing else, affair partner's husband needs to know now.
Yeah.
If that's his baby.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole separate can of worms right there.
That's crazy.
Yep.
People are shitty.
But that is it.
For this.
Yeah, that is it for us tonight. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful episode of Jordan, Jules, and Just Reddit. You've been with us through flights, partners cheating. What was some of your stories?
New Year's Eve dinner.
Yeah, New Year's Eve dinners being paid for by dead relatives. We've been through it all. Jules' bloody nose.
Honestly,
so
first time ever, bro. My health anxiety going crazy.
Yep. But I want to thank you, each and every one. Jules, any final words for the people?
Thank you so much for tuning in this week, and make sure you tune in next time for. I think we're gonna do some petty revenge stories. Yeah.
Yes. Shake up the algorithm.
All right, thank you guys so much. Remember, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jules. And this is Just Reddit. I swear, by like episode 4, we got this.
Yeah, we got it.